What is up, everybody? My name is Mitch, coming at you with another video with the Stockhounds. Today my goal is to show you my portfolio because, the proof is in the pudding. I myself would not want to take advice from someone that I have not seen their growth in trading themselves. So far I'm down $85 on the week. On the month overall, we can really see it's been rocky. We saw a huge tank around February 21st, and it's slowly been recovering. Although I have been noticing lately in the markets, people are not shy to take their profits. We even see today, Canon stock, it pumped, broke even on the day, and then just got demolished. Yesterday, the Fed spoke about not raising inflation rates for quite a while, and that's something that the overall market has been scared of, even though, from my opinion, we have a lot more catalysts driving this market forward than we do to be scared of holding us back. For instance, the vaccines are coming out soon. We're closer to opening our country than we have been in the last few months, as well as the stimulus checks and people getting their taxes back. The inflation scare was really the only thing giving us a hiccup in the market, but they came out strong just a week ago saying they're hoping to not raise them until 2024. That's really unlikely, but I do believe they will not raise them anytime soon this year. I expect a good run for the next 2 to 3 months, and then we eventually will see a huge pullback, way bigger than we saw towards the end of February. Now, I was looking at the last month. We can see it's been rocky. The 3 months, this is at the very beginning of the year, pretty much. I'm up $4,000. And on the year, I started trading back in July, and the percentage here is not correct because I have taken money out and moved it to another account, but the amount of money I am up is correct. And starting out in July, I was down money for the entire first 5 to 6 months. Really, it wasn't until November that I started getting some traction. And then right at the beginning of this year, everything really blew up. I put some more money in my account because I realized my true potential, and I had learned a lot of things along the way to give myself more confidence in taking trades, putting some more money down. But this 6 month stretch of just being down money, that comes with a lot of lessons. It's almost like you're paying money for school in the stock market. You don't really want to come into this thing and just win all your trades, because then you're going to be looking about 6 months down the road. We're just going to put in perspective. Maybe 6 months later, you turned your $1,000 account to a $10,000 account without learning too many lessons along the way. Now, once you have that $10,000, you're going to end up making some bad trades, and your account's just going to plummet super fast. And at that point you get a little worried because you haven't seen losses before, and once you see a $2,000 to $3,000 loss on one trade, it gets really scary, and it's very easy to get down on yourself if you're not used to seeing these losses. Now, I do have another account in Webull, and it is typically with a lot more long-term plays. I'm not currently signed into my account, so I cannot show you them. Right now, down about $500 on Webull. I purchased a lot of the shares right before the market correction in late February, and I've been just holding to wait to regain those losses. And one thing I would like to note is, even if I would start trading with Robinhood. It has a lot less to offer, but overall, as a beginner trader, it's very easy to use, and it's easy to not get overwhelmed and just understand how to buy and sell a trade. You have, let's see, you have a little bit of information on the stock, as well as some volume, the market cap, and a tiny bit of news. But even if you start off with Robinhood, you can open a Webull account, and you don't actually have to fund it to get some of the best features of Webull, like this huge list of news we got here, as well as analysis. You can see this Marker Therapeutics, 33% strong buy, 66% buy. Now they actually just did a stock offering. Let's see, where can I find it? Right here. It says price underwritten public offering of 28.57 million common shares 6 days ago at 175 per share. It's at 31% discount. Now, one thing I failed to mention when talking about CleanSpark stock offering is one of the best things that a stock offering does for us as investors is it gives the company we're investing in more capital to increase what they're doing. Like when it's a therapeutics company, it increases their capital to then use that money on further trials down the road, maybe opening a new facility for lab work. So that's what really helps with a stock offering, as well as us getting a really cheap price on on a stock that was already booming. I saw down here there's one analysis that gave it an $8 price target. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find it. There it is. Market Therapeutics gets a buy rating from Oppenheimer with a price target of $8. Now, that's a huge upside from $1.80. And actually, Webull stops its counter at 3 o'clock when the market closes. Well, if we go over here on Robinhood really quickly, we can see that market just pumped actually right after market close. Most likely off that stock offering ending on the 16th. Now, I do want to mention that if a stock going from $1.80 to $8, it doesn't seem like that much. That's only about 620, but when you really narrow it down to how many shares you have, I mean that's $6 on every share. You own 100 shares, that's $600. That is something to keep in perspective. You don't always have to look for these high growth stocks. Sometimes if you can buy 100 shares of something and you're only looking for it to go up $1 and you make $100. You don't have to look for these huge growth plays all the time. Now, we can check out CleanSpark here, stock I just called out. I believe it had a pretty good day on today and then maybe got beat down like the rest of them. Yeah, we see it hit a top of 25.24. That's actually really good. Remember, it's coming off a stock offering at $29.40, priced at $22. That was said to end actually today. I'm not sure if it did. Here, let's see if we can find out. It did close today. That was about noon. It was about 10 in the morning, so that's probably what got it pumping a little bit. But we're still seeing scared money in the market. You can see even just on my daily, it shot up like crazy, and then people are taking their profits. And right before this market crash, I noticed I needed to keep some of my stocks longer. I needed to keep some of my stocks for a longer period of time to kind of get as much out of them as I could. But then this market corrected, and it seems like that idea got completely flipped on its head because, I mean, you just look at the last month. If I would have continued to take profits at all these high points, I'd be up much more than $1,000 on the month. Now, that's a learning lesson. This is my first like big correction that I've seen, and it's a scary thing. But at the end of the day, we live and we learn. We live and we learn. Now, my two heavy hitters, you can see for total return is Canaan and Marathon. These are both cryptocurrency mining companies. I'm sure I'll mention Canaan in a video coming up. And they just run off Bitcoin. You can see pretty much right at 950 to 1140, really, Bitcoin had its run. And you see the same thing here, right about 1015 to 1050 tops out, as well as Marathon. And they just bottom. They just get sold off like crazy. I do want to talk a little bit about first starting as a trader. When you first start off, if you have no trading experience, I know you want to make a bunch of money right away. That's the end goal. It's easy to want to make a bunch of money instantly, but really, guys, you should be starting out with $100 to $200 and play with that for a couple months. Those are really your prime learning experiences, and you're not going to lose a bunch of money off those learning experiences. And heck, even paper trade over here on Webull, that could help you a lot. This is not real money. You can test out different strategies that you might have. Maybe your strategy is to buy anything that has a stock offering. Maybe your strategy is to buy something that's leading up to earnings. You could find all sorts of things, all sorts of different strategies that you can make work for yourself. It's just about testing them out and finding what works for you. Now, one more thing I do want to mention is SBBP, Strong Bridge Biopharma. This is going to be a little diamond in the rough of the video I'm going to talk about. It's currently up 38 cents on the week, down 17 cents on the month, but now that's really important to me. What I'm focused on is this FDA calendar over here. We can see that SBBP, first at 3:32 at the time of recording, is talking about its phase 3 data to be presented at Endo meeting March 20th through 23rd of this year. Now, that phase 3 data could be great data. It could very well be terrible data. It is kind of a high risk, high reward play. You really don't know what they're going to come out with. I mean, if it's bad data, this thing could go straight down to $1.20. But if it's good, it could go up to $6. So that's one I've been keeping a close eye on. I have not gotten into it yet. A lot of my capital is kind of in play right now, just waiting for this market to stop selling off every other day. But really, we see Bitcoin continue to try and just bull run up. The problem is it's going up way too fast, and it needs to correct every time it does this. I mean, even today, we see that huge spike. That's just unhealthy movement. You don't want to see this in stocks that you're purchasing or that you're in. I mean, if this happened to one of my stocks, I would sell. Now, I do think it is something to mention. It is fair to mention that none of my gains this year have come from either AMC Entertainment. I have no buy history here, or GameStop. Now, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because although these are really good plays, I mean, if you made money off this, congratulations to you. Like, that is a huge money maker right there. But the way I saw it is it's money you got to be willing to lose, and I wasn't willing to lose much on either of these plays. See, I have no recent buys on them. And I mean, really, when things go up like this, they go up fast and they crash even harder. So it's a lot of stress when you're in something like this. But if you made money, good for you. Good for you. I hope you have already taken profits and are now getting into some maybe safer plays out there. But that'll be it for this video. I will be coming out with another one, hopefully later today, about my stocks to watch over the weekend or even hold over the weekend. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.